I do think he has earned the opportunity because he throws an incredibly good ball, a very catchable ball, and he's just so accurate. His ball placement is excellent. They had a play at the end of practice the other day. He had a great rollout and a throw there kind of in that live period at the end of practice, which was...
Did Shedeur Sanders just steal the starting job from a veteran? They said he was all hype. Coach Prime's golden boy, handed the spotlight, protected by cameras, praised by fans who only saw the Instagram clips. But then, Nathan Zegura spoke. And what he revealed didn't just catch Cleveland by surprise, it rocked the NFL media world. To its core, this wasn't some casual compliment from a sideline analyst. This was a veteran voice of the Browns saying, "Y'all need to stop sleeping this. Kid is different, and just when you think you figured him out, Shedeur changes the whole game." Because what Nathan Zegura dropped wasn't just analysis. It was a full-on dismantling of every lazy take that's been thrown at Shedeur Sanders since he arrived at Browns camp. Let's talk about what really happened. Shedeur throws an incredibly good ball. Not decent, not promising, not rookie. Upside, incredibly good. Zegura says his passes are catchable, and underrated compliment in NFL rooms. It means your receivers don't have to work overtime just to make a play. It means you're putting it where it needs to be, on time, with intent. And his accuracy, excellent. His ball placement, elite. These are not words analysts throw around in July for clicks. These are the kinds of compliments that make offensive coordinators rethink their depth charts. But what happened? Next, nobody saw it coming, not even the critics. Because this wasn't just about throws. Zegura had seen Shedeur up close, day in, day out, every snap, every read, every decision. He wasn't reacting to Twitter. He wasn't browsing highlight reels. This was on the ground, in the mud, at real training camp speed. And when a guy who's been covering the Browns longer than most rookies have had driver's licenses says Shedeur is shocking people behind the scenes, it's time to pay attention. Let's pause here. Do you think Zegura is right ass? Shedeur already proven he's different. We've all heard the haters. He's not built for the pressure. He's just a name. He's soft, right? That was the narrative. That once he left Colorado and stepped into a real NFL building with grown men fighting for jobs, Shedeur would fold. Wrong. Zegura laid it all out. Shedeur is shattering expectations. Coaches are talking. Analysts are stunned. And here's where it goes cinematic. One play. End of practice. The infamous hungry dogs period, the moment when reps feel like war and rookies either rise or disappear. Play breaks down. Pocket collapses. Most young quarterbacks freeze. This is where rookies panic, throw it away, or worse, turn it over. But Shedeur, cool as ice, rolls out, keeps his eyes downfield, spots Luke Floria deep. Coverage is tight, timing is everything. He threads the needle over a defender on a rope into Floria's hands. Perfect placement, not decent, not promising, perfect. Zegura's words, not ours. A perfect ball. He seemed Brady. He's watched elite talent pass through Cleveland. When he calls a throw perfect, he means it. Do you think Shedeur is already showing flashes of a future franchise QB? You're about to hear the moment that have fans, players, even rivals on their feet.
So yeah, I've been very, very impressed with him. And, you know, all people saying, oh, it's going to be a circus, it's going to be a circus. It's absolutely nothing. He comes in, he works really hard, and he's done a great job.
So I think that is really interesting. Nathan is saying right now that he's earned some first-team reps. Obviously, he went up against the first-team defense. Finally, it's only been a week. That's the one thing we've been cautioning everybody. It is so early. And Nathan, we are getting besieged by people all around the country because Shedeur brings with him that very passionate fan base.
So let's go off the field. Because the haters love to say Shedeur's ego would get in the way. That he's some flashy, spoiled prospect who's never had to earn anything. That he'd bring chaos and distraction. But then came that moment. Jerome Baker, a respected vet, was giving a media interview post-practice. Reporters begin to walk away because the rookie's next, the bright lights, the buzz, the new name. Shedeur stops, looks around, sees what's happening, and says this to the PR staff. I'm not going on until they're done with Jerome. Let that sink in. A rookie, Coach Prime's son, a guy with every reason to demand the spotlight, defers, respects the veteran, waits his turn, sends a message without saying much. This is a team, and I'm not bigger than it. That's not just maturity, that's leadership. That's culture-setting behavior from a guy who's not even starting yet. Is this proof Shedeur is winning the locker room before he even wins the job? And just like that, another narrative gets buried. But champions aren't made in comfort. What Shedeur did next proved exactly that. Behind the scenes, something even heavier was playing out. Coach Prime Deion Sanders had just received a cancer diagnosis. The same Coach Prime who's been the guiding light for Shedeur's entire career. The swagger, the belief, the bond, they've always been unshakable. Only this time, Coach didn't even tell Shedeur at first. Now imagine that. You're a rookie quarterback trying to make an NFL roster. Every day is a test. You're adjusting to a new system, learning from scratch, earning respect not just from fans, but from 53 guys in the locker room who don't care who your daddy is. And in the middle of that pressure cooker, your father is fighting for his life, and you don't even know. Now here's the kicker: when Deion finally wanted to come visit, to support him during this emotional time, what did Shedeur say? Listen, I'm not getting that many reps right now. I'm going to just concentrate on learning what I need to do and getting it done. That's not just maturity. That's next level championship focus. No excuses, no distractions, just commitment, just work. Nathan Zegura couldn't help but notice the extra 40 minutes Shedeur spends on the field before practice, but 40 more after. While others hit the showers, he's still throwing, still studying, still grinding. Tommy Rees and the coaching staff, they're raving about him. Infectious energy, they say. Model individual, not just a quarterback. They're calling him the culture builder. And here's what makes Zegura's view more valuable than any viral opinion. He's not reacting to flash. He's not swayed by hype. He's talking about the fundamentals: footwork, timing, pocket presence, progression reads. The real stuff that determines whether a QB makes it or fades away. And when he praises Shedeur's accuracy, it's not about completion percentages. It's about throwing the ball in spots that keep your guys safe in rhythm and primed for yards after catch. Accuracy is what keeps DBS guessing. Ball placement is what gets you paid. And Shedeur's doing it with consistency. You think Shedeur's work ethic is enough to silence the doubters for good. But let's rewind to the elephant in the room. That whole circus narrative. You remember that, right? Everyone said drafting Shedeur meant you were signing up for a media frenzy, drama, maybe even ego issues. Nathan Zegura torched that idea. There's no circus, he said. He comes in, he works really hard, and he's done a great job. No diva, no distractions, just a young man acting like he's been there before. Zegura had every opportunity to feed the doubt. He could have said Shedeur was overwhelmed, could have said the moment was too big, could have said the transition from Colorado to Cleveland was exposing him, but he did in single quotes. He told the truth even if it went against what people expected. And what he sees, a rookie QB who's treating every snap like it's the fourth quarter of a playoff game. Then came one of the most fascinating points. Zegura compared Shedeur's journey to Baker Mayfield. Remember Baker, drafted high, faced the noise, took hits from the media, changed teams, got written off, but now he's winning again, stronger, smarter, better prepared. Zegura's message: not every road to greatness is straight. Sometimes the delays, the doubts, the reps you don't get, those are the moments that shape you. And for Shedeur, this phase of learning, of watching, of grinding behind the scenes, it could be the best thing that ever happened to his career. Because he's preparing not just to play, he's preparing to dominate. And when that opportunity comes, he's going to make it impossible for coaches to take him out again. So here's the big question. Cleveland, if Nathan Zegura, a man who's seen it all, says Shedeur Sanders is the real deal, why isn't everybody listening? Are we watching the start of the Shedeur Sanders era in Cleveland right now? Preseason games are right around the corner. Joint practices, real pressure. And the lights are only going to get brighter. But from everything we've seen, Shedeur Sanders is more than ready. And when he finally gets his shot, it's not just going to be about proving doubters wrong. It's going to be about rewriting the story completely. A new chapter, a new leader, a new era in Cleveland. So let me ask you this. When that moment comes, when Shedeur steps on that field and delivers, will you be ready to admit you were wrong? Because from where we're sitting, Nathan Zegura already has. This story is just getting started. Like and subscribe to NFL Daily Dose official YouTube channel if you're ready for the rise of Shedeur Sanders. Turn on the bell, because the next chapter of this story drops soon and you won't want to miss it.